Hello, I'm Ralph Curtis, and this is my partner Andrew Mendlin, and we're with the Curtis Legal Group, and today we'd like to talk about pedestrians, and pedestrians in particular when they're walking at or near a roadway, and who has the right-of-way. Andy, there's a law on that, isn't there?
Well, there sure is. Pedestrians in California have the right-of-way. But as my dad told me, a lot of pedestrians are in the cemetery that have the right-of-way. So although you have the right-of-way as a pedestrian, you have to be really careful. In fact, it's unlawful for a pedestrian to enter a roadway when there's oncoming traffic that's going to create a hazard.
That's right. A pedestrian could get cited if they create a hazard on the roadway.
Yes, in fact, pedestrians have to be very careful walking across roadways and streets. Wearing protective clothing, wearing a clothing that illuminates is helpful to the motorist because obviously the pedestrian's going to be the one that's injured if a motorist strikes a pedestrian.
You know, and from the motorist standpoint, it's important to remember that if you're driving, for example, on a city street, and there might be two lanes in your direction, and there's a crosswalk up ahead, and you see a vehicle in this other lane from yours stopped at that crosswalk, the law requires you to stop also. And the reason for that, and I think it's obvious, but the reason is there may be a pedestrian crossing that crosswalk in front of that stopped vehicle that you can't see. So be aware that if you see vehicles stopped at a crosswalk, you should stop too and make sure that it's safe to go forward.
It's important that motorists and pedestrians are careful and watch out for each other. We all share the roadway. In fact, a motorist can be held criminally liable for vehicular manslaughter if he or she kills a pedestrian, even if it's the pedestrian's fault.
That's right, Andy. So if you are involved in an accident, unfortunately, whether as a pedestrian or otherwise, give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you. Curtis Legal Group, 1-800-LAW-3080.
The heavy hitters.